What's good, everybody? I'm Valor, Messy Workbench. You know the drill, so we're going to take a look at the Zombie Strike Revoltinator, featuring the Power Shock system, which is just a system of light and sounds. But yes, this is a large blaster, so we're going to take a look at the package. Yep, there's the package. Here's the back of the package. Here's, yes. Take it out because it's already been out. And then we're going to, well, before we do that, we're going to actually take this and we're going to rip it apart to get at these darts. And then we yeet. Yeet! Okay. Here is the blaster. And it is a bit too large to fit in frame, but yes, this is quite a interesting blaster. It is a Strifeoid style blaster, but it does not use a strife cage, which is kind of sad, but you know. But it is bigger than a Rapid Strike, even with the stock extended. And yes, it is very, very barrel heavy, considering the magazine goes here. Then you have the cage, I'm assuming right here. And then you have about a Retaliator style size barrel in the front. Whoop, there is a small little peek at what it does. But yes, this is the same sort of slightly metallic green plastic they use for a lot of the Zombie Strike stuff, which I find quite nice because it has a nice sort of sheen to it in the sun. And I did take this with me to Nuke Lanta. This was a quite fun blaster to carry around with me, especially considering it has lights and sounds built in, and it performed decently well for a stock blaster. You know, it comes with a nice sort of thematic diamond plate 18 round mag, as well as the 18 darts to fill it. But if you also have the 12 rounders from the Scavenger, that will also look quite thematic, which I did use a little bit, especially considering, you know, it's nice to have another mag that looks thematic, but it's not exactly painted yet. But this thing screams Gauss rifle to me, because I play a lot of Fallout and everything, and I do a lot of Fallout LARP. This would be a perfect platform to build a sort of Gauss rifle blaster, you know. And yes, one thing I did notice about this is the grip. And now that grip might look familiar to you if you are familiar with the Strife. Considering that is basically the same grip right there. Same style of elite style thing right there. And then if you look at the bottom of the grip there, the same sort of shape. So that's basically sort of telling a story with this blaster. It's basically a modified Strife. Even though Hasbro themselves do not condone modification of blasters, but you know, Hasbro will be Hasbro, you know. But yes, this has lights and sounds, and you have easy access to them just by, I like to open the jam door just so you can be able to see. The first one we will see is the spark plugs charging up, and I actually timed it with this sort of charge up here. And by the time these 4 lights are lit up, the flywheels, at least stock, will be revved pretty much to full, which is quite a nice little feature. The second one is the coil pack here. And basically the same story. Whenever this is revving fully, that's whenever the wheels are going to be revving fully. And there's also the lights and sounds up top, which is quite fun considering this is like a corrugated sort of tubing right here. Moving on to back here, there's like a faux cell phone that says no zombies, which I have plans for. You've got 9 volts here, which, you know, if you've been around in the hobby for long enough, you know, 9 volts are sort of bad, but there are people who would daisy chain loads of these together to get really, really high voltages to their motors. Down here, you got sort of a shock absorber, which is where you have the batteries. It still has the Trinity batteries in it, but, you know, you got a slightly softer plastic carry handle, which is good considering if you drop this, you don't want it to break or stress the plastic or anything, so it's good that the plastic has a little bit of give to it. It does twist a little bit, but you know, I might be removing this whenever I modify and paint this thing, but you know, it's alright. You know. You got loads of little details like little resistors all over the place, you got nails with the wires, you got a circuit board right here. It's a really nice shell. I mean, like, And it even has a barrel lug up front, which is quite cool, especially if you like it adding attachments. So you can attach your long strike barrel to this already long blaster and get super sniper status, you know. But yeah, I think it looks nice with the included magazine. Not too happy about that, but that's just it's something I always mod out on my strives and stuff. But yeah, we're going to pack up these pack up these darts into the magazine, and we will get some FPS testing for you guys. We are going to power up our chronograph right here, and yes, it's the same type of one that Wacom has. It's quite nice because it's compact and I can use it indoors. And we're just going to fire 58, 59, 59, 60. Keep in mind these batteries are a little bit drained by this point. 53, 57, 58, 56, 57, 5. And yeah, like it's stock flywheeler, which, you know, is okay for younger kids, but we are going to be modding this. Hopefully there will be a new cage for it by the time I get onto modding and painting this thing, because there's so much shell detail on this thing that I really want to pick out with paint. Like Hasbro's designers actually did a really good job of designing this shell, because it does fit in with the sort of Phase 2 Zombie Strike, which is, you know, the junk blasters that are cobbled together and like from older blasters like, say, a Strife and everything they've modified and powered up with lots more electricity, like adding electricity to the darts and everything to stun the zombies and all that. And like the whole like shell is great. The stock is a little bit on the short side. I would prefer it being a little bit longer, but it would not be hard for someone to design a replacement for this, considering it is a separate piece of plastic, which is great. Considering, you know, you can 3D print a thing, just fits right into place there. Maybe add like a stock attachment point or whatever, and there you go. Like, I can see this thing becoming very popular with the cosplay crowd because of what it is. Like, there's a shell detail you can pick out. And yeah, I'll drop a link down below where you can get this thing, and a link down to my Patreon where you can see sneak peeks at what I'm working on, help support me and everything. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys want to support me and what I do and everything. You just want to help keep me going so I can still make these videos and these mods for you guys. And yes, as ever, my name is Valor. Thanks for watching.